Hey Pisces, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for December 21st, 2023. This is for Pisces. Last shuffle here for Pisces. Let's see what's going on. So we have a decrease and we have fear. It seems like you may not be as afraid as you were before, right? This is like I was afraid, okay? Like the last time I made a decision, I went outside and next thing I know, the wind blew me all the way to the edge of that cliff, okay? And now you may be afraid to move because one false move and you're in that water. But the beautiful part about this energy is that you may realize that the storm is not going to come this time. You're not going to have to deal with this time because the birds are out. Birds never come out when they know a tornado is coming. I'm sorry. You'll never see a bird. You'll see them way before leaving, exiting stage left, leaving y'all behind, you know. But the decrease is Judgment and Eight of Cups. And a lot of this is telling me that you are maybe going through some sort of a cycle where you realize that you cannot revisit something. You just realize, you know what, I left and I'm going to just stay gone in some way. So for some of you, we have Four of Cups, Seven of Wands, and Ten of Wands that fell out. And this is about not feeling not really wanting to fight. I see a person who wants to move on and does not feel like, not in the mood for fighting, not interested in arguing, not interested in defending themselves, not interested in any of this stuff, nothing at all. If someone wants to move forward fast. The decrease is Judgment, Eight of Cups, Page of Cups, and Ace of Cups. There's something about wanting to walk away from a connection and not really wanting to. Let me see. Someone that, okay, for some of you, this is a small portion of you. There may be someone coming in with an offer to start over, to reconcile or something after walking away. And your judgment may not be in the best place right now. And so Spirit is kind of telling you here to, that it's like you have to, you need to avoid a disaster here. I'm sorry. Death and Tower is like you're afraid of a disaster. You're worried that if you do or if you don't, there's going to be a disaster. How do I avoid it? Spirit's like it's like your judgment is cloudy. You trust your first mind. Usually judgment is about second chances, right? They're saying that you're when there's a decrease in judgment, you're not able to see the big picture at this point. So it's very important if you're gone, stay gone, right? At this point, I'm sure the Mercury retrograde would say otherwise, right? But usually, not making big decisions during a Mercury retrograde is highly important, especially when it comes to walking away from something or starting something. This is a maintenance energy or more of a decluttering time, kind of cleansing energy. So taking steps is Page of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles, right? And then it seems like you're trying really hard to figure out what you need to starve out. What do you need to like there's certain things you need to neglect and then things that you should pay more attention to. This is a time to reprioritize things in your life. What should you be putting in energy into right now, right? Because you really don't want to be fighting for your life every single day, and it's time to move on. There's obstacles in your path, but it's not even really truly obstacles. The only obstacle is that having to revisit something that you already agreed or you've already accepted or you've already decided on. It's like, forget all that. It's time to move into the future and focus on the present and the future. And so with taking steps here, this is about investing your time wisely. And you need to be very cautious about paying attention to what maybe there's been some neglect. Maybe there are things you should be neglecting. You should be putting to the side. You should be shutting out in the cold. And it's time to take some steps to see what or who that is. The honoring path is the Hanged Man and the Page of Cups. It seems like your intention is to do the least in order to get the most out of the situation. Wise, very wise right now. Especially if your judgment is kind of like, I mean, it's not that you have bad judgment, but you're going through a phase or a cycle of decrease. And usually when that's, if there's a cycle of decrease, of course, That means that it will be very difficult for you to disentangle yourself the next time if you choose to open up to something that you walked away from. It's still meant to walk away, but you're going to open yourself back up to something, and then it's going to be even harder to get out of it, right? Because of the judgment, the lack of judgment here. The honoring path, though, it's very interesting because it's almost like you need to do the least amount in order. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you do need to do the least amount. 5, 4. Yeah. At this point, do what you know is you need to do, as far as like especially when you're dealing with a person, or dealing with an invitation from a person or something. Do, just like be cordial and do say what's necessary, like, how are you? Oh, fine. Fine, thank you. How are you doing? And like that's about it, like remaining very cordial, because right now you are not going to be clear about what is going to serve you and what's not going to serve you. It's very important to get details right now, and reprioritize. And at this point, only reprioritizing what presently in your moment needs attention. Like something may need attention right now. Like, okay, my tire's flat. That needs attention, right? Not anything else at this point, especially as it pertains to like personal, interpersonal relations or anything like that right now. So there, the fear is that something's going to end and something's going to fall apart. So Spirit's almost like, let things stay as they are. Don't make any final decisions either. If you've already walked away, stay away for at least for today. Because you don't want to keep fighting for something. Something seems to be quite overwhelming, and you shouldn't have to continue to stand your ground and make your voice heard. It's like, okay, I said what I said. I did what I did. You could be dealing with a Scorpio very strongly. We have another Pisces here. We also have Cancer and Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And if you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.